This is Dave McCain with the Right Tree Genealogy. I'm putting together a series of videos discussing on how to log into or create an account on FamilySearch, how to do the next level of research after you do the beginner work, and how to actually find a facility and go to one near your location. It's a three-part series. Let's begin now with part one, how to get an account set up on FamilySearch. It's easy, but we still need to do this together. Let's get started. Okay, now we're getting started on this. Let's go first to the page, FamilySearch.org. So you type in FamilySearch.org. When you click FamilySearch.org, you come to the home page. The home page, FamilySearch, has a sign-in. Well, I have a sign-in, but you don't. So now let's go to the next part of this video. The next part of this video is create account. We click create account. It has you type in your first name, your last name, date of birth, and then continue. Then you do create a username, password. Confirm your password. Type in your mobile number or email address if you want to use either one of those two to be able to go in and use it as select a recovery option. Type in a mobile phone number. That's what's preferable. If you have to use a home phone number, you can. Select your location and you pick your country of origin. I would like to receive emails from FamilySearch including information about my ancestors, yes or no. No necessarily have to turn that on. I agree with the terms. You have to do that. Then you hit create account. That's how you get there. Now, I want to go over and I want to sign into my account. Once you get into an account, this pops up. Now, so the next step you do is you start saying, okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to go under records. Now, there's different approaches for different people, but this is my method for you to do this. It's actually the method shown to me by the researcher at a Family History Center. So let's go in here and just type in a person's name, and I'm just going to come up with one and type it in. It's going to be, and I'm making this up as we go, John, type it in correctly, John Smith. Place of birth, Ohio. Date range, 1820 to 1840. Let's just say you had a family ancestor that was John Smith, and the person and they were born in Ohio, and their birth date, year range was between 1820 and 1840 is what you think. You type that in, and you get started. It's going to pop up a list, and should be quite a few. There's 160,000 entries here. You're going, oh my goodness, what do I do next? Well, you can say, I definitely want it to be John. I definitely want it to be Smith. When you do that, it's going to sort that down by quite a bit. It's going to drop it by over 100,000 searches. Well, then you say, okay, I know a little bit more than this. You can say, I know I want just marriage records, and I know they got married in Ohio. And you hit update, and then it's going to drop it down by a few. But then you say, okay, I know the spouse's name was Jane Jones. You're going to say Jane is for sure. You hit update. There's 7. So now you've refined that down from, hey, you knew your ancestor's name was John Smith. You knew they were in Ohio. You knew it was 1820 to 1840. And now you also knew, in order to kind of refine it some more, you said he had a wife named Jane. And so this is where this goes into here. The very top one that shows up says, and I don't know who these are. This is just a matter. It says John Smith was the father of the bride. Okay. Spouse was Jane Jones. Children and other listed. You can then go into and start researching. Now I want to stop with that because I want you to play with these things Start typing in these, but realize you've got these features over here that you can use at any time you want to, and do it. Go in, play with those. Use these time frames. Now here's another one right here. It looks like it's the same situation. Let's click on this one. Now this one's looking more promising. It says Lizzie Smith. Now, Lizzie Smith shows John Smith and Jane Smith as her parents in December 1879. Now, just so happens that if you realize that 1879, when we were looking for our person when he was born, was between 1820 and 1840. If he has a daughter, hey, we're starting to look at things. So start when you're using the research on FamilySearch. You've got this opportunity. This is the beginning. This is where the FamilySearch employees tell you to go. Go to this page, type in what you know, and start looking. Play with it. Now, after you exhaust this on looking at those, there's some additional steps. You say, well, you know, I actually don't know this information. The next easy step is go to the county or state, and let's just say we know that it's Hamilton, and you go down and you say it's Hamilton County, Ohio. Now here's a little tip of understanding. You want to see what's online at this point, because again, you're searching, you're trying to find what's available online. So the click tip here, now you notice I went to catalog and I typed this in here. Now that was after going into searching the records, because records should be your first place to look. And then you go into here and you go into in this case, I just said Hamilton County and I can hit search. Okay, when I go into search in Hamilton County, Ohio, I'm interested in this case, marriage records, right? So you look in here and this tells you these are the vital records in Ohio. Again, this is an example. Just grabbed one, just went into it, that are out there between marriage records from 1852 to 1931. Now we know what we were just looking at a while ago. So now we would go into this record here. And after we go into this record, we can then look at what year. Well, we know it was 1879. Now we were already in the record over there on that other side. But you can still look at the original records of these years. Hey, I want to stop the video here and say this is episode number 1. I've got 2 more in this series. This one covered basically how to get logged in, how to go into records, how to do some basic catalog searches. The next one's going to go a little deeper into the catalogs and other possibilities. And of course, then we still have the 3rd video coming later. This is Dave McCain with the Right Tree Genealogy. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell notification. That way you can see my future videos and hopefully we can learn together.